let's talk about my favorite pens of 2023. If you've seen any of my videos, you know how much I love planners, notebooks, and journals. I just love that paper, always did. So it will be no surprise to you to know that I love pens just as much. There are so many to choose from. Sometimes it's so hard to pick which one is better than the other. And sometimes it's just a matter of experimenting and trying them all to find out which one work for you the best. And every year I go through new pens and pencils and markers that I find on the market, and then I adopt some, and some are just not for me. So today I want to go over the ones that I used mostly in 2023 and which ones I really loved and I totally want to recommend to you. So let's begin. So as you can see here, I have not just pens but also notebooks, because for me it is about a pairing which paper, which notebook works with pen the best. And so I wanted to show them here as couples of how I use them, and then show you a little bit of the pen test on each of the papers I use here. And some I will just discuss without paper necessary, and I will just mention which notebooks I use them in and which ones I love them in. So I guess let's begin on this side right here. It would be so unlike me not to start with EnerGel Clenas. I love these pens. So I found them through videos from Helen from Coffee Monsters Co. She spoke so highly of them and I decided to try them. At that time I was in Hobonichi Techo, and I just love the way that pen writes. I love that it has a needle nose, so it gives you real precision, and I love that it came in so many different colors and so many lead sizes, from 0.28 I believe, or 0.3 all the way to 0.7 and 1. And the one I love to write with vary between 0.4 and 0.5, and I have a whole bunch of them here. So my main one that I use in 2023 every single day is EnerGel Clena here in brown. Here it is, and this one is in 0.5, and I have a bunch of refills for it. I also have refills in the same color in 0.4. I love it. It's as I mentioned, is a needle nose. It gives you such a good precision, and because it is not too big, it distributes the ink very evenly. It never skips. It's very smooth, and it works really well with this paper here, which is moleskin paper. As some of us might experience, moleskin is not really friendly with all the pens, especially really juicy one, as they might bleed somewhat through paper. But EnerGel Clena works really well in this planner. Yes, you can see a little bit of it on the other side, but I don't mind, and I've really been loving this brown color. It is easier on the eyes than the black one, and it gives this calm feeling and also unified feel to the whole planner, since I use only that brown ink in here, in addition of course to other markers and pens to dress it up a little bit. So out of EnerGel Clenas, because I really loved it when I got one, I have this one. I have same one from this same family, but just in this white and mint body, since I love mints and greens, as you can see from all of my color schemes. This particular one is in 0.4. I also have EnerGel. This one is not Clena, but it is from the same family, and it uses a very similar ink. I believe these go from 0.4 and up. You can get the refills in black and blue and various colors. They all have very similar bodies, as you can see. They vary slightly in EnerGel family, but otherwise their refills are interchangeable and they all write really well. So I have this one is in black. I use it for work. I have this one in this beautiful mint body. My coworker gave it to me. It's aluminum. It's pretty heavy, and it has this kind of a tip, but I can also use it with refills from here, and I believe this one is 0.5. And I also have another one here in this beautiful turquoise color. So this one is clear, so whatever refill you put into here, that's the color the pen becomes. I really love turquoise, and I love how you can see it through. So that's another EnerGel Clena that I have here. I'm sorry, EnerGel that I have here in 0.5. So here's my little EnerGel family. As I mentioned, I love them. I use them in so many planners. I use them with Tomoe River paper. I use them with moleskin paper. I use them in any other notebook that I have, this ink works really well with whatever paper I tried it with. Be mindful though, when you get brand new pen, the ink will come out more richly than when you at the end of the life of the refill, so it might maybe be a bit too juicy, so just watch it. But otherwise, if you're concerned with it being too dark, get a finer refill like in 0.3 or 0.4, and if you like really dark wide lines, you can go with 0.5 or 0.7. So definitely recommend EnerGels for all your needs. As I mentioned, there are different EnerGels in the EnerGel family, some of them called Clena, some of them called other names, but their refills are interchangeable and I love them all. Next few pens that I really loved in 2023 and again wanted to recommend are these. So this one here is a clicker one, and this one has a cap, but they are both paper made InkJoy. Both of these are in 0.7. I don't know if they come in 0.5, maybe I haven't looked for them, but I love these because of this turquoise blue and this light blue. I love the way they write. They're very juicy, very smooth, almost like a fountain pen ink experience. I love them for many years before I got into whole, planner, let's try 50,000 pens kind of a deal. So they've been with me for a while. I really like them. They work really well on a variety of papers. They're kind of juicy, so maybe not moleskin paper, but in this notebook here I have a Leuchtturm notebook, and this one is A6. It's Leuchtturm A6, so is as tall as A6 and as wide as pocket, and I'm using this as my reading journal, and as you can see, it writes really well. It doesn't bleed to the other side. This paper takes the InkJoy really well, so this is the pen I decided to assign to this notebook. I also have a moleskin like a field note style notebook here that I used the same pen in as well, and as you can see, is not too bad either. So definitely recommend these beautiful colors. So many colors. They come in I believe also 12 or 18 packs with like a rainbow variety of colors, so whatever shade of the pen you're looking for, definitely will give it to you. And also you cannot not notice that there is another pen here which I've been loving this year. It is new to me this year. I've heard about it a lot, but just never got around buying it. I've had several fountain pens, especially last year when I was writing in Hobonichi a lot, and this one is Platinum Preppy. So this Platinum Preppy is a special edition, so it's a little bit more money, but this one is your basic Platinum Preppy in black, like a smoke black. This one I believe is like $6, and this one was maybe 15 or something like that. I'll put the links to them down below. For these inexpensive pens, they write so amazingly. I mean, they write amazingly, inexpensive or not. This one is in fine or 0.3. I believe this one is in the same size. So this one is special edition in turquoise with these gold flowers. And I mentioned this is smoke black. They have various different colors like light blue, yellow, I believe, red, and these are fantastic. And this fountain pens been writing in this notebook as well. So everything here you see in black is actually a fountain pen, and as you noticed before when I showed you this page, no bleeding, no feathering, no nothing. So definitely recommend for sure with Leuchtturm notebook if you want to try Platinum Preppies. Definitely recommend. Also, if you've been thinking to get into fountain pens but weren't sure if you want to invest in fountain pens, if you will like them, definitely get it. It comes with the cartridge already. Wonderful pen, and as I said, you get all of this for like $6. Again, different colors of the pens if you want to choose. I've been loving this and definitely gonna stick around to have them in my collection in a year going forward, especially since I'm gonna have Tomoe River paper notebooks in my lineup in 2024. And I cannot talk about fountain pens and not mention this wonderful pen that I also got this year. This one is TWSBI Go. So I spoke about TWSBI brand in my previous videos last year and before. I love TWSBI, wonderful pen, wonderful quality, so smooth, so juicy. The one I had for several years was TWSBI Eco, and that one was in medium. So I always wondered if it wrote so juicy and so nicely because it was medium, and wonder how would TWSBI in fine a nib would write. So I decided to get another one in fine. but I wanted to mix it up a little bit and not get the same pen, so I got the TWSBI Go. I was really intrigued by it because it's a different filling mechanism. TWSBI Go has a twist mechanism, and this one is like a plunger. You know, you just push it down and push it back up and it sucks in the ink. And I love this one specifically because it's completely clear, so whatever ink you put in, that's the color you're gonna get. Right now it is with a turquoise ink and I really love it. This one is in a fine nib, and it's a wonderful writer. I was not disappointed with it at all. I did experiment with several inks and I noticed that some inks work better than others. Some of them behave almost like your pen writes faster than the ink can get supplied, but this particular ink been a joy to use and I've been really enjoying this pen, so I definitely recommend it. So here I use it with MD notebook. I love this one. Look how chunky it is. I got one with a dot grid. The dot grid itself here is in this light mint, which totally matches my pen and the cover, and this paper is such a joy to write in. And then especially with this pen, it glides so nicely. I mean, look how pretty it looks. And let me show you the other side of that page. As you can see, the fountain pen works just fine. There is no bleed through. Yes, of course there is a show through, but I think it's almost with any paper. But otherwise, what a wonderful experience. It's just like almost like cathartic to be writing with this pen on this paper. Midori MD notebook paper is known to be fountain pen friendly, and I'm really enjoying this particular notebook. And in fact, I also got MD Hibino as my planner for 2024. Yes, it's a different paper, but I'm hoping that my experience with fountain pens and that Midori notebook will be wonderful. I'm yet to see which fountain pen I decide to settle on in that notebook, but we shall see. But otherwise, if you are a lover of Midori MD paper and if you want to use it with a fountain pen, definitely recommend TWSBI Go. I love this one. So next one is another selection of pens that I use with Moleskine paper. So this one is Moleskine expanded notebook. This one is A5. It's a narrow A5, and look how chunky it is. It has enough pages to last the whole year. Again, if you've seen my videos, you know how much I love chunky notebooks. And this one is in graph paper, which I love. As you can see, a whole bunch of graph papered pages, which a joy for me. And I've been trying to find a pen to use with this one, so I definitely started with EnerGel Clena because I know that it works well with Moleskine paper, and I've been really enjoying the needle nose pens, so I'm always on the lookout for another one that's even thinner but writes just as smoothly, because I noticed this finer nib you go with, the scratchier it gets, and for me that's like a no-no. As much as I love pens, for me it's a very tactile thing, just like the paper, and if pen is scratchy, it would I just will not be able to write with it for too long. So I've been looking for another variety of pens that will work with Moleskine paper, especially with the graph paper here. And what I found was this pen. I stumbled on it on Amazon, and it comes in this pack of like 12. There goes a whole bunch of them, and I already took several out for like, I don't know, $6. Amazing. Again, I love the fact that it's clear, all clear with the black ink inside. This one is, I believe, 0.3. Look how thin it is. It is literally a needle nose to a T, and it is a very smooth writer. I'm so impressed. It doesn't scratch, doesn't skip, and gives you such a precision, especially if you have a small handwriting or if you're trying to write in a very small graph paper squares. I'm loving it. On here it says, I know I will totally mispronounce it, but basically it's Fan ABC. I'll again link to it in the description down below. But I've been really loving it, and as I said, I'm glad to have a whole pack of them because I'm just seeing myself using them on. And let me just show you some pages. So I've been using this for my writing studies, and look how neatly and precisely it writes. As you can see on the other side of paper, again show through but no bleed through, no feathering, very nice, very smooth. I love how neatly it looks working on this paper. I love the precision it gives me. Again, my handwriting is not small. I consider probably medium size, but if I did need to go very small, totally no problem. I love it. It's again, can recommend enough. And as you can see, there's a little bit of purple here, and that's my other one, not to be forgotten, my various colors Stabilos here. I love them. I maybe don't use them as often, but whenever I need a little pop of color, as in writing versus just highlighting, definitely reach out for these. They always sit on my desk here, as you can see. You can see them probably in almost every one of my videos. I love these. Again, they come in so many varieties of colors, and they're very precise. This one is in fine. As you can see, again, basically a needle nose type of marker, and you can use them as a marker, you can use them as a pen. I can't recommend these enough either. They make a really wonderful team. And at last, couple honorable mentions. So these pens gonna be used in 2024 along with the ones that I just shared with you, but I did test them in this year and I'm already loving them and looking forward writing with them even more in the coming year and see if they're gonna stick around as my favorite pens of all time. And these are Uniball 1P. I'm sure you have seen them on internet, and they are so adorable and chunky and cute. And I have two different colors here. This one I got literally just to match the color of this cover, and then I saw the mint version and of course I had to have it. They are so cute. So here how it looks like. It's this short and super chunky. It is a very fine needle nose, but also very smooth, very dark, amazing color. So this is my setup for 2024. I shared it in the video, which I will link to. And this one is Moleskine Daily, and I tried this pen with this paper and it worked wonderfully, so I'm looking forward to trying that one out. Of course, I can always switch back to my EnerGel Clena, which I love, but I thought it would be fun to experiment with this one. And then in here, I've already been using it. This is my tarot journal. This is Sterling ink planner in Tomoe River paper, and I have this beige one. Look, they're like they were made for each other, and it's a wonderful writer for this paper. Here, let me show with you just some of the writing, just so you can see. As you can see, it comes out really neatly, very clean, such a good writer. This paper has very small grit, so this really fine needle nose is perfect. And let me flip over to the other side. As you can see, no bleed through. Yes, of course, show through because it's very thin paper, but otherwise very wonderful writer, and they are created for each other. So looking forward to writing more in this one on a daily. And then one more here is a fountain pen. This one is Pilot Petite, and as you can see, it is so tiny. It is a fountain pen. It comes with a cartridge. Look how small this baby is. I know it's super tiny, but when you write, you just cap it and becomes, you know, a good size pen for you to write with. Very inexpensive. I want to say maybe $10, but what a great writer. When I got it in, I got it mostly for the size because I have several collection of very tiny fountain pens, and when I tried it out, I was amazed how smoothly it writes. And I've been writing with it on Tomoe River paper. I also use it in Stalogy, and it worked really wonderfully. And right now it is paired up here with another Sterling ink, a common planner for 2024. Definitely looking forward using these two together. As you can see, perfect for this A6 size planner. So here they are, the honorable mentions for going into 2024. And of course, I can not mention some of the markers that I always have here on hand. These are Fude Touch brushes. They are brush pens. You can use them as marker. You can push on them and use as true brush pens. Love them. Here's one of my favorite fountain pens. This one is a Kaweco Sport in Fine. Look at this beautiful turquoise color. Also, you love this Mark Plus. This one has a chisel on one side and fine pen on another. I love these. They're always here for decoration, for some embellishment, so I don't want to forget to mention them. So there you have it, my favorite pens of 2023. They made my writing so much more enjoyable. They made my notebooks pretty and fun to write in and helped me to look forward to my journaling and planning practice. And I hope I introduced you to something new and maybe interest you in some of these to try for yourself. Please let me know which one of your pens do you have, which one is your favorite. Do you have a favorite of yours that I haven't mentioned here? Please share those in the comments down below. And if you like this kind of videos, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, you take care.